Welcome to the Dental Team Podcast. I'm your host, Kiera Dent, and I have this crazy idea that maybe I could combine a doctor and a team member's perspective because let's face it, dentistry can be a challenging profession with those two perspectives. I've been a dental assistant, treatment coordinator, scheduler, biller, office manager, regional manager, practice owner, and I have a team of traveling consultants where we have traveled to over 165 different offices coaching teams. Yep, we don't just understand you, we are you. Our mission is to positively impact the world of dental, and I believe that this podcast is the greatest way I can help elevate teams, grow VIP experiences, reduce stress, and create A-teams. Welcome to the Dental Team Podcast. Hello, Dental Team listeners. This is Kiera, and you guys, do I have a podcast for you? Yeah, I'm pretty excited about this one if you can't tell. I'm excited for every one of these. Ashley, yes, I'm a little self-conscious and she imitated me, but I am excited. All right. So we're going to be talking about the new norm of dentistry, the new norm of work, the new norm of life. So let's think. I do not feel that I'm immune. Okay, that's not true. I think that I should be immune because I feel we coach on this. I should be the best leader. I should have a team that's just amazing. I shouldn't have any of the problems. And the reality is that's not true. None of us are. I don't care how long you've been in business. I don't care how great your team is. I don't care how great your management is. I don't care about any of those things because none of us are immune or above that, which is actually kind of a beautiful thing because that means every single one of us gets to keep growing, keep exploring, keep moving forward. So here's a visual for you. How many of you have seen Pirates of the Caribbean? Okay, great. So it's on Disney Plus if you want to know. And I just recently watched all three of them. We had a Pirates marathon and it was so much fun and I loved it because the last time I watched Pirates of the Caribbean, I was actually on my honeymoon in the Caribbean, which I think is funny, Pirates of the Caribbean, but in the Caribbean, whatever. It's cool. And our cruise, there was such bad seas. There was 8-foot swells and people were falling out of their beds that they canceled the port. So Jason and I were just freshly married and we were stuck on this rocking boat. I puked my guts out. This is such a gross story, but you guys will always remember, and I can't wait for somebody to email or comment on this. It's going to be great. I had blueberry pancakes on the cruise ship, and the day I got ridiculously sick. These blueberry pancakes, you guys, were unreal. They were so good. I don't know what they put in them, but they were amazing. And so the boat was rocking, and I remember looking at Jason. Again, we were probably married 2-3 months at the most. I remember exactly what I was wearing. And I remember looking at him and I'm like, I'm going to puke my guts out. So we run out of this theater and the door to the bathroom door was locked. And I just puked in the middle of the floor, like full on seasick, middle of the floor. Like my hair, Jason's behind me. And I remember flipping my head and my hair that has puke in it whips Jason across the face. It was purely disgusting. A moment of true love because Jason took my clothes and we were dirt poor. We'd just gotten married and we looked at how much it cost to do laundry service. And I think it was like $30 per article of clothing. And we're like, we don't have $60 to wash my clothes. So loving Jason washed my disgusting puke clothes in our hotel. But the gross part about the blueberry pancakes that I'll circle back for you was that I told Jason, I remember looking at him as I threw up and I said, Jay, those blueberry pancakes tasted just as good going down as they did coming up. Like so gross, you guys. I don't know who I am of a human being over here. And I definitely ate blueberry pancakes for the rest of the cruise. It did not taint those blueberry muffins for me. But the point of this is back to Pirates of the Caribbean. When we were on our cruise, they had them on DVDs and they don't actually have them in order on the title. And Jason and I, we didn't have internet. We're in the middle of the ocean. And so we actually watched Pirates of the Caribbean out of order. And I remember just sitting on our cruise thinking, these movies are so stupid. I have no idea what happened. Well, so when we just recently watched them in order, I actually loved them because everything finally made sense this time. And I wasn't throwing up blueberry pancakes. So as I was watching Pirates of the Caribbean, and then my week last week, so we had a team member who ended up quitting unexpectedly for school and some various other reasons. And Kaylee, oh, tragedy. She's actually so exciting and so sad at the same time. She's going back to school. She's doing her last semester of teaching. She's she's going to be teaching elementary school. She's about to get her bachelor's degree and she has to teach for an entire semester. So Kaylee's leaving at the end of this month. We had another team member on our admin team unexpectedly quit. And so it's me and no admin team members at HQ. And I mean, Kaylee's still there, thankfully. And I remember Kaylee and I were talking the other day, and here I am thinking, I shouldn't have teams like this. Like, we should be better than this. We coach, we're the dental A team. We should have an A team. And Kaylee looked at me one day. I remember she's like, Kiera, are you stressed? And I said, honestly, Kaylee, no. I feel like Johnny Depp and my boat is freaking on fire. And I'm just carrying around rum as happy as can be because I know that a raft or another boat or a solution is coming. And if you watch Johnny Depp through that, he's so just nonchalant and there's always a solution that comes up. And I told you this whole story because I think that that's how we are right now. This is our new norm. We might feel that we are Johnny. And it's funny, I've told this analogy to a few people and they're like, oh my gosh, yes, I literally feel I'm in the burning boat. My boat is on fire. It's sinking ship. And yet I know that a solution is coming. I know if I am committed that things will get better. I know that. I know they will. But that doesn't mean, you've got to be working for it too. And so I wanted to talk about the new norm is that, yes, we might be working harder for less right now. We need agile people on our teams, people that can pivot, that will change, that will rise to the occasion. I can't tell you how many offices I've talked to. Literally the Monday that I had a team member quit, 7 other dental practices that exact same day had somebody quit on them. This is time, you guys, that's hard. It's hard on a team. I had an office call me yesterday and said, Kiera, we're trying to hire. What do we do? Do we get desperate? And I said, absolutely not. Here's what we do. That'll be saved for another podcast. But the reality is vomit, stress, and then pivot. I've been so terrified. And so that analogy of vomit, let's just bring vomit back into this podcast while we're at it. But vomit, be stressed out, stress about it, and then pivot. Don't stay in that zone, on the burning boat. Pivot, change it, muster up the strength and keep moving forward. It's relentless. And I want to say that again. It's relentless. I don't think the times we're going through right now are for those that are weak or those that are 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You can't be half-baked through this. You've got to be relentless. You will find the solution. You will pivot. You will innovate. You guys, we just did a launch that flopped. Our messaging, our emails, all these things, I've been working so hard. And it kind of flopped. Not the product flopped, but our delivery, the way we connected with you guys, that wasn't great. So we pivoted again and we said, okay, let's go ask them. Let's get surveys. So if you guys get a survey, please answer it. And if you aren't on our newsletter list, sign up for it. hello@thedentalateam.com. We'll sign you up that way or go to our website and you guys can join our newsletter. We always, every single week are sending out a freaking rad tip with tangibles, action items. You guys will love it. And you also get invited to our free webinars. And we're actually getting ready to do some really, really, really cool deep dive topics that I can't wait to share with you all. So be sure to join our newsletter. But we had to realize we had to pivot. We had to be relentless in moving forward, relentless in being the best we can be. I'm not competing with anybody else. You guys, I honestly, you can call me prideful. You can call me stupid. You can say whatever you want about me. I'm dead set on this. I don't go check out other consulting companies. I don't. Yes, I go to Tony Robbins. Yes, I read Rachel Hollis because they're motivational and inspirational personal development, which I think we bring a lot of to our consulting. But I don't go look at other consulting businesses. Yes, I'm a part of DSI, which is super fun and we're sister companies. But other companies, I don't look at them because my determination, Kiera Dent, and even with Mark, I try hard not to even do this. Kiera Dent, I believe that to be the best dental A-team consulting business we can be is to compete against our best, to be relentless in being that, whatever, put the blinders on because I can get so distracted, oh my gosh, they're doing this. Why aren't we doing this? Let's do this. No. Be relentless, be agile, flip, pivot, move forward. Find your inner motivations and keep going. What are those inner motivations? What keeps you going? Be relentless. Think of yourself. Are you on the burning ship or is your ship doing okay right now, but you know it's going to catch on fire at some point? Be relentless and get your team to be relentless. And for team members, get your doctors to be relentless. I can't tell you, I was talking to Summer, and she's like, Kiera, how are you doing? And I told her this analogy of Johnny Depp and being on the Caribbean and just feeling like my boat was on fire. And I called Summer. Well, I told her the next day because on Monday when my team member had quit, I wanted to call Summer and just say, Summer, I feel like a failure. I feel as if I let my team down. I feel like, could I have been a better leader? Could I have been a better mentor? What could I have done better? And Summer said, Kiera, in these moments you say, that was a good hire, or that was a good try. What's next? Or let's move, or next, or let's try again. And I thought about this and I thought, how often are we criticizing ourselves and sitting in this deep depths? Like she said, vomit, stress, and pivot. Move forward. This is a conversation from Summer and myself. Like, these things are not my own original ideas. This was mine and Summer's brainstorming, because as leaders, and I asked Summer, I said, how are you doing? And she's like, same thing. I feel stressed, but I'm relentless in getting a great practice and having a team that is with it to the end. And team members, are you relentless with your doctors? Are you relentless in helping them? Like, I can't tell you, if you as team members want to do something great, go tell your doctor and your team leads how good of a job they're doing right now. Because the stress of this new norm, and doctors and leaders, tell your team how good they're doing right now, if they really are. If not, maybe have a different discussion. But be relentless as a team. And maybe put that word relentless up on your wall. Maybe that's your focus for right now. Maybe there's a picture of Johnny Depp with a burning boat, but you know there's a solution, because you're relentless in getting those results. You're relentless in being the best you can be. And when I think about that, you guys, we hired 2 people in a week and a half. How? Don't worry, I'll tell you. I'll tell you on another podcast. That's my next one. You guys, I've already been talking to you for 11 minutes. I just looked down. Hello, Dental Team listeners. I am so excited because we have truly been fortunate and blessed to work with so many incredible practices across the nation and globe. We have what is called our Platinum practice, and that is super popular. And this quarter, we are only bringing in 3 new Platinum practices. This is an area that is going to grow you exponentially. So give us a call. We only have limited space. I said only 3 this quarter due to popularity and demand. So let's get you in as a Platinum practice this quarter. So, number 1, are you relentless? What are your inner motivations? For me, I have to recheck my inner motivation probably once a quarter, if not once a month. Why am I doing this? What do I want to achieve? What is that bigger vision? Number 2, check where you really are today. Don't lie to yourself. I could have said, like, everything's fine. We have team. We didn't. I need to hire 2 people. 2 people. Then be relentless. Team members, this is the new norm. We're going to be working harder, probably getting paid less. But guess what? If we all do this together, your practice will survive. We might be putting in extra hours for hygiene right now because hygienists are hard to find right now. We might be needing to work things that we never did before. We might be having to come up with solutions and direction and pieces that never had to happen before that are happening now. Be relentless. Be relentless. Know your inner motivation. What is it? And then be like Johnny Depp and know there's another solution. And there's always a solution if you're willing to find it. But I will tell you, it's much easier with a team that's behind you, a team that's backing you, a team that's there. And then it's okay. No one's above this. You didn't do anything right. You didn't do anything wrong. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. That's your decision to make. The bottom line is, this is the new norm. This is hard. This is the parts that we don't want to do. These are the parts that make me have cold sweats at night. These are the parts of running a business that I freaking hate. But guess what? This is also part of a business. I remember sitting down, I was printing out, all of our many resumes one night. And I remember sitting down and I said to myself, like, I was stressed. It was late at night. I'm having to do all these freaking resumes. I didn't want to do this. I thought, this isn't my job. I've hired people, like, gosh, we're 3.5 years into the business. Why the heck am I calling resumes? Like snooty tooty over here. No, Kiera, that's still your job. Come on, grow up. I was just having a pity party for myself on the floor. And I remember sitting there as I'm seeing this pile of resumes come out. And I smiled to myself and I'm like, this is what you signed up for when you decided to run your own business. This is it. All the glorious moments, all the crappy moments, all the moments that make you cry, the moments that make you sweat, the moments that make you cheer with excitement. This is running a business. And none of us, I don't care who you are, is exempt from problems in a business. Is exempt from having to pivot and stress. None of us are exempt from having great moments. None of us are exempt from having those incredible moments where we celebrate and we cheer and we're alive and everything's going great. None of us are exempt. So why are you thinking you should be? Why are you sitting here being mad. It's fine. Be mad, but do something with that that's productive. Pivot, change, innovate. I remember hearing like, maybe the technology that we need to solve the problem hasn't even been invented yet. So keep moving forward. Keep progressing. Keep pivoting. Be relentless. All right, you guys. That is what just inspired my soul, because I wanted to let you know, hey, none of us are exempt. You're not exempt. I'm not exempt. This is part of running a business. This is what we signed up for. These are the hard times. So be relentless. Team members, how can you be relentless? Send me an email, hello@thedentallyteam.com. Give me your ideas. You can be relentless by showing up every single day and giving 110%. You can find ways to make the process of ordering smoother so we're not wasting as much on supplies. You can make the process of calling on unscheduled treatment plans and recare, getting signed up with Medento, which, by the way, if you want Medento, tell them the Dental A Team sent you. We're a sister company, and we get you guys get special perks because of the Dental A Team. Be sure to sign up for that, where you can have a ringless option and you can actually call all your patients with a doctor's voicemail on it. It's phenomenal. It's a ringless option. You can be relentless by looking at what the production is and seeing how can you deliver a better service to your patients. You can get creative. You can be relentless by saying, it doesn't matter what comes our way. We're in that burning boat and we know there's another solution no matter how hot the flames get. You can be relentless by maybe you're the person who writes little love notes and gives them to your team members in their pockets because you know that they need a pick-me-up. You can be relentless by going the extra mile and looking for things that are even outside your job. So do your job duty, but then look for how can you go above and beyond right now. Everyone right now is going above and beyond, or they should be. These are different times. This is the new norm. It's not going to be this way forever, but this is what it is today. So rise up. Today's your day to rise up. All right, you guys, as always, thank you so much for listening. And if you guys ever need help, I have coaches, I have friends, I have mentors. If the Dental A Team could be a mentor or a coach or a consultant or a trainer for you and your team, please email us hello@thedentalteam.com. We do this for a living. We are relentless in helping you get the results. I can't tell you how many doctors I've talked off the ledge of just a sheer stress and frustration. And we get them back on board and they're ready to go again. If that's you, sign up. Silver might be a great option. Dental A Team Silver. It's fantastic. It's coaching calls twice a month. You also get access to our free webinars. It's great. It's a great option. If you want your whole team immersion, gold. Gold is phenomenal. And if you're like, no, like hands-on, we need all the help we can get, let's do platinum. We can either come to your practice, we can help you set up a leadership team, we can help your hygiene team, whatever you guys need. Everything's customizable. So reach out, hello@thedentalteam.com. And I can't wait to see you guys in part of our Dental A Team family. All right, you guys, thanks for listening. I'll catch you next time on the Dental A Team podcast. And you guys, that's a wrap on the Dental A Team. But don't worry, the Dental A Team actually has a newsletter where we send out more tips and tricks every single week straight to your inbox. Note, these are not podcast topics. These are additional topics that have downloadable forms. So head on over right now to thedentalteam.com, register for our free newsletter. We don't spam you. We don't send you junk. We just send you tips and tricks for your team. This is a great way, you guys. You could get your whole team on an email campaign if you can't get them to listen to the podcast. So head on over to thedentalteam.com right now and become part of our newsletter family.